Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Golden Bachelorette Chock Chapple puts out red flags. It seems fans think Chock Chapple could be putting out red flags, almost like Devin Strader on Jen Tran's season of The Bachelorette. Unfortunately, he is showing some of the same signs Devin did. However, fans just want Joan Vassos to be happy. Keep reading to find out more about this situation. Joan Vassos wants to find love. Joan Vassos lost her husband. However, she wants to find love again. She was on Jerry Turner's season of The Golden Bachelor. However, she had to leave the journey to be there for her family. This is something a lot of people look up to. She was then chosen to be the first ever Golden Bachelorette. She started the season with a ton of kind older men. Fans love watching the men together and how they treat Joan. She has sent a good amount of the men home due to them not being the one for her. However, she has told them all how much they changed her life. Chock Chapple shows major red flags. Chock Chapple is one of the frontrunners on the show. It is said that he is the one who wins Joan's heart in the end. However, some fans are seeing some red flags with Chock. He is constantly trying to get alone time with Joan. He does not care who it upsets or what drama it causes. This makes viewers think about Devin Strader. He acted the same way but ended up leaving Jen Tran after the show stopped airing. Fans hope this does not cause drama in the house. They would hate for Joan to have to get in the middle of that. However, a lot of the men seem to be mature enough to not let it bother them. So maybe everything can stay cordial throughout the rest of their journey. It seems that fans are worried that Chock may do the same thing Devin did. However, that may not be the case. It is said that Chock is the one who wins Joan's heart. However, that could be wrong. Regardless, fans want Joan to be happy and find love, especially since she lost her husband. The ballroom might be golden, but there's a storm brewing under the soft lights and champagne smiles. On the Golden Bachelorette, where second chances at love are tender and time is precious, one contestant has everyone, viewers, contestants, and maybe even Joan Vassos herself, doing double takes. Enter Chock Chapple, the man with the name you won't forget, and the mystery no one's quite solved. From the moment Chock stepped out of the limo, wearing a velvet blazer and quoting Rumi, the internet was ablaze. Was he a poet? A motivational speaker? A retired pirate? With salt and pepper curls and eyes that seemed to dance between wisdom and mischief, Chock made a dramatic first impression, and he knew it. But as weeks passed and roses were handed out like second chances at love, fans began to wonder if Chock's charm might be more smoke than substance. It started small. During a group date in week 2, Chock became defensive when Joan asked the men to open up about what love means to them now, later in life, while others spoke candidly about grief, divorce, and growing old alone. Chock offered a cryptic response. Love is a mirror, and sometimes it breaks. Deep? Maybe. Dodgy? Definitely. Viewers on social media were quick to point out how he skirted the question again. But red flag number 1 came in week 3, when a friendly cocktail party debate turned into what fans have dubbed Chockgate. Contestant Guy Gansard casually mentioned that he and Joan had connected over their grandkids, to which Chock snapped, "Is this a dating show or a PTA meeting?" A recruit scratch moment. Guy looked stunned. Joan looked uncomfortable, and the internet. Oh, the internet roared. Many accused Chock of being dismissive, if not downright disrespectful. Then came the one-on-one date, an opportunity for redemption or a chance to unravel even further. Joan and Chock took a scenic flight over the desert, followed by a candlelit dinner beneath the stars. When Joan asked about Chock's past relationships, he offered a vague tale involving a spiritual healer named Ember, a 10-year silent meditation retreat, and something about emotional sovereignty. Joan laughed awkwardly and tried to pivot, but it was clear. She was unsure if she was dating a philosopher or a walking red flag wrapped in a throw blanket from Urban Outfitters. And yet, Joan kept him. The producers kept giving him screen time. And America kept tweeting, "What's the deal with Chock?" By week 5, even the other men began to take notice. During a tense game of Golden Truth or Dare, Chock refused to answer the question, "Have you ever been in love and lost it?" Instead, he launched into a long monologue about how loss is a construct, and we are all just experiencing each other's projections. Guy looked like he was ready to throw a cheese cube at him. George muttered, "What is this? A TED talk?" under his breath. Red flag number 2 came when a producer reportedly caught Chock journaling by the pool and muttering to himself, "They're not ready for the truth." When asked what he meant, Chock smiled and replied, "I'm not here to win. I'm here to awaken." Oof. Now let's talk about the hometown chaos. In an unprecedented twist for the Golden franchise, Chock took Joan to meet his chosen family, not biological relatives, but an intentional commune outside Sedona. They were greeted by barefoot elders, a 17-minute didgeridoo welcome, and a woman named Celestia who called Joan her third twin flame. While Joan tried to remain open-minded, she later confessed in an ITM, in the moment, interview, "I just wanted to meet his kids. Or a dog, something normal." Red flag number 3? When asked whether he could see himself marrying again, Chock said, "Marriage is a colonial institution and love should be free of contracts. I'd rather make a spiritual handshake under a lunar eclipse." Joan blinked twice. America did too. Now, there's nothing wrong with being different. This season has been filled with unique souls looking for genuine connection. But fans can't shake the feeling that Chock may be more committed to his own mystique than to the possibility of building a real relationship. Is he playing the long game for a spinoff? Is he trying to get his Crystal Shop more Instagram followers? Or is he just not that into Joan? Still, Chock's red flags aren't the loud kind. He hasn't raised his voice, he hasn't thrown a tantrum. But emotional evasiveness, spiritual superiority, and a refusal to answer direct questions? Those are flags too, in their own subtle shades of crimson. What's most fascinating is that Joan seems both intrigued and wary. She often leans in when he speaks, but her brows furrow more with each date. After the Sedona visit, she confided in producers, "He's fascinating, but I don't know if I'm dating a partner or joining a philosophy class." There's a growing theory among fans that Joan is keeping Chock around to see if he'll crack. That maybe behind all the mysticism is a vulnerable man, afraid to be seen without his spiritual armor. And maybe she's right. Maybe that's why she hasn't let him go. Not yet. But hometowns are over. The fantasy suites are looming. And Joan, like all of us, has to ask herself, is this person truly ready for love, or just ready to be adored? Whatever the answer, one thing's for sure. If Joan doesn't send Chock home soon, she might need a decoder ring and a chakra alignment just to get through dinner. Because sometimes when a guy tells you he doesn't believe in labels, contracts, or answering questions with actual answers, he might not be waving a red flag. He might be one.